In the headlines, gunmen abduct Nasarawa Council chairman, driver kill police orderly. DSS arrests 2 Boko Haram terrorists behind Sabangari attack in Kano. Teenager drowns during swimming expedition in Kwara. And on the foreign scene, Russian troops stops gas supply to Finland amid NATO membership bid. Hello and welcome to Trust News Update. I'm Darshan Hussaina Usman. And now the news in full. Chairman of Kefi local government area of Nasarawa State, Muhammad Shehu, has been abducted. He was abducted on his way from Kefi to Lafia, the state capital, while his police orderly was shot dead. Daily Trust gathered that the kidnappers attacked him at Gudi Station in Akwanga local government area of the state. It was learned that the police sergeant attached to the chairman had engaged the kidnappers in a gun battle, but he was overpowered. The Commissioner of Police, Nasarawa State Command, Mr. Adesina Shoyemi, who confirmed the incident, said policemen had taken over the location of the attack in order to rescue the victims and arrest the kidnappers. Department of State Services says it has arrested 2 Boko Haram suspects in connection with the Kano blast. The latest development supports eyewitness accounts that the explosion was a suicide bomb attack and not a gas explosion, as announced by the Kano State Police Commissioner. The Kano State Police Command spokesperson had announced that the earlier reported incident was a gas explosion, contrary to eyewitness accounts. This is also coming a few hours after Governor El Rufai, Kaduna State Governor, announced that the Boko Haram and ISWAP had taken over 2 local government areas in Kaduna State. Meanwhile, the DSS said it seized 4 AK-47 rifles, 2 pistols, suicide vests, and several IED-making materials from the terrorists. A 17-year-old teenager identified as Abdul Qadir has drowned in an ill-fated swimming expedition in Kwara State. The incident, it was gathered, occurred at Ora Village, Monasara Ifelodun, local government area of the state, where he had gone to write the ongoing West African Senior School Certificate examination. According to a village source, Abdul Qadir begged one of the residents, Toshaw, 10, and his friend to take him to the river to swim. It is gathered that his father, Abdusalam, who resides in Idiakba area of Ilorin, consented to his being buried by the river's side. The Kwara State Police Command is yet to confirm the incident. Moving on, the Nigerian Railway Corporation may have bowed to pressure from families of victims of the March 28th attack on the Abuja-Kaduna train, as the corporation has shifted the resumption of service. The NRC had earlier fixed Monday, May 23rd for the resumption of the train service, but the relatives of the victims opposed the move, saying it was insensitive to resume operations on the route when their loved ones are still languishing in captivity. Apparently, bowing to their demand, the NRC postponed the resumption indefinitely as no new date was announced. Spokesman of the NRC, Mohammed Yaqub, in a statement on Friday, said a new date will be announced soon. In the statement, the NRC apologized for the delay in the resumption of service, even as it assured the families of the kidnapped victims that it was working very hard to safely rescue the victims. In the same vein, the presidency says negotiations are ongoing to rescue those abducted on the Kaduna-Abuja rail line earlier this year. Presidential aide Garba Shehu said this on Friday while reacting to the suspension of the resumption of operations on the rail track. He explained that government is committed to ensuring that those affected by the attack and still in captivity will be released alive, even though the negotiations might be difficult. Shehu said the government wants normalcy to return to the Kaduna-Abuja route, noting that there is an improvement in security of the area. In politics, Vice President Yemi Osinbajo on Friday met delegates of the All Progressives Congress in Osogbo, the Osun state capital, ahead of the presidential primary election of the party. Osinbajo was received by the Deputy Governor Adeboyega Alabi, the Special Advisor to the Governor on Political Affairs, Oluomo Sunday Akere, the chairman of the party in the state, Prince Gbenga Famodun, and other members of the party. The vice president told delegates that as the most experienced aspirant among those jostling for the party's ticket, he is well prepared to lead the nation and called on them to support him.
So it's been very rewarding. We've had very wonderful interaction, and I'm sure that it's been very profitable all around. Thank you.
Senate President and All Progressives Congress presidential aspirant Ahmed Lawan is in Katsina State to seek delegate support to emerge the party's flag bearer. Addressing the delegates, Lawan said he will do anything possible to bring an end to insecurity affecting the Northwest region. He said that the region has agricultural potential to feed the nation if properly harnessed. Jamil Mabay has details.
An event full of praises and appreciation when President of the Senate, Ahmed Lawan, an All Progressives Congress presidential aspirant, met delegates at the Muhammadu Buhari House in Katsina. The Senate President told delegates that the Senate will ensure that the nation's security agencies account for the resources given to them to tackle security challenges besetting the country.
Unfortunately, we have some issues, security issues, especially in the Northwest and some parts of the country. Like we dealt with Boko Haram, by the grace of God, we'll finish banditry in northwestern part of Nigeria.
He described the security situation in the Northwest as worrisome despite efforts by the government to end the scenario.
We have done a lot in terms of providing resources for our security agencies to fight banditry and other insecurity issues. But we have not achieved the kind of results that we need or we want to achieve. We are not tired. We will never be tired. We will continue to fight. We will continue to provide more resources. We will continue to hold our security agencies responsible for resources we give them. For as long as the insecurity persists, we must never waver. We must never show any sign of weakness or tiredness.
Boasting about his leadership capacity, he said that his 23 years at the National Assembly, beginning from the House of Representatives, has equipped him with the requisite experience and the capacity to pilot the affairs of the country as president.
Your Excellency, distinguished delegates, I have served now for almost 3 years, and by the 11th of June next month, I will be exactly 3 years as President of the Senate. We are 109 in the Senate. And we belong to 3 different political parties, the APC in majority, the PDP minority, and YPP also a minority with 1 member. But we have been able to bring everybody together. In the Senate, we are distinguished senators of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Our focus, our purpose is Nigeria, Nigeria, and the people of Nigeria. And that is what we want to achieve when we get to Villa by the grace of God.
He urged the delegates and other APC members in Katsina to support his presidential aspiration.
It's very difficult, if not impossible for me.
Governor Aminu Masari described Lawan as honest and dependable politician who, if given the opportunity, will not disappoint. Jamil Mabai, Trust TV, Katsina.
Former Vice President Atiku Abubakar and presidential aspirant of the People's Democratic Party has met delegates in Gombe ahead of the party's primaries. Speaking at the PDP delegates at the party secretariat in Gombe State, Atiku said he is concerned about progress of the state. Ibrahim Ismail reports.
This is the moment PDP delegates receive former Vice President Atiku Abubakar as part of his consultations ahead of the primary elections. Atiku said Gombe is his home.
Ina son dauki wannan dama gode wa jama'an Gombe da zaben da aka yi mana a Port Harcourt 2018.
I want to use this opportunity to thank the people of Gombe for their support in the 2018 primaries in Port Harcourt and the 2019 elections. It is true that since the era of Tafawa Balewa, the Northeast never produced a president.
Northeast, tun zamanin Tafawa Balewa marigayi Allah ya gafarta mishi, ba mu yi wani ɗan ta ko ba mu yi shugaban ƙasa ko kuma shugaban gwamnati a Nigeria.
The position is rotational. We think this is the turn of the Northeast, and this election belongs to the people of Gombe. I have done everything to support Gombe more than Adamawa State. Gombe State PDP chairman assured that they will work for the success of the party.
Your Excellency, I asked you in my office, and I said, what is Nigeria's problem? Why is APC under the leadership of a general behaving this way? That's not the quality of a general. And you gave me an answer. I'm sure by 2023, I will ask you the same question and the answer will be clearly written that you have taken over, you are going to change things for the better.
Earlier in the week, Governor Udom Emmanuel of Akwa Ibom State, Bala Muhammad of Bauchi, Waziri Tambol of Sokoto, and former President of the Senate, Bukola Saraki, were in the state to solicit support of the delegates from Gombe. Ibrahim Ismail reporting for Trust TV.
You're watching Trust News Update, coming up after the break. Court sentences Danish man to death for killing wife and daughter. Do stay. Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. Let's take a look at some of our top stories. You heard that gunmen abduct Nasarawa Council chairman, driver, kill police orderly. We also told you that DSS arrests 2 Boko Haram terrorists behind Sabangari attack in Kano. Moving on to more news, Chairman of the Screening and Congress Committee of the All Progressives Congress in Rivers State, Adoje Omale, said the committee has been thorough in the discharge of the duty. Omale stated this during the screening of House of Assembly aspirants who made themselves available for the exercise, hours after a protest by some APC members over alleged hijack of the process. The report.
Sporadic shooting during the protest that rocked the All Progressives Congress Secretariat on Woji Road, GRA, Port Harcourt, Rivers State, forcing those around, including journalists covering the incident, to scamper for safety. The protest began when hundreds of APC supporters loyal to the governorship aspirant Senator Magnus Abbey besieged the secretariat alleging hijack of the screening of the State House of Assembly aspirants as well as selection of ward and state delegates.
Rivers APC will remain stagnant until the National Secretariat and the presidency decide to do the right thing. No candidate of APC who did not win election. Who did not win election. You can see the police sitting at us. Incredible process.
River State, we have suffered enough. I am a woman who labored and made my money and used it last time without any result. Here we are again. Pay our money to APC and Ameti thinks instead of building River State is to pull down River State.
Meanwhile, the APC screening for House of Assembly aspirants went ahead peacefully alongside wards and local government congresses. According to some of the aspirants who spoke with correspondents on the sideline of the exercise, the committee members conducted it thoroughly.
What I just did now was a thorough screening session with a team that came in from Abuja. To the extent that they had to go through my documents and to ascertain that they were authentic, asked me some questions concerning my knowledge of the party, being a party woman, ensure that I'm a party faithful, that pays her dues as at when due, and all of that.
Very thorough. Really, it exceeded my expectations. I thought it was going to be a matter of mere formalities, but they came here for serious business.
Chairman of the Congress and Screening Committee, Adoje Omale, said his team had to be thorough to refute accusations of favoritism after the protest. Also, Chairman of the APC in the state, Emeka Beke, debunked reports that someone was shot dead during the protest.
We are trying our best to make sure that we do a very thorough job. There will be level playing, as you can see. You are pressmen, you see that the door is open. Even when you came that you wanted to interact with us, the door was open to you. So the whole place is open for anybody, and we are ready to do justice to all, to be fair to all, and to do it the way we have been directed from the national headquarters.
I got intelligence very early in the morning that there were protests from Senator Magnus Abbey's group, and I came in as the chairman of this party to make sure that I protect life and property of the party in our secretariat. But when they came here, a few of them who want to aspire as assembly member came here. I said, look, I am not the one conducting the election. I'm not the one doing the screen. Wait for the national to come and address us. Like that 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock, stakeholder, they left. The next thing, they started banging our gates, started throwing stone into the party secretary, started spoiling our property here. We had to call the police to come and calm the atmosphere. The police came and calmed the atmosphere. There is nobody that was brutally beaten. What happened was they were outside. I was inside. I didn't step out. I was inside the compound. They had to lock me out.
In a statement, the APC governorship aspirant in the state, Senator Abbey, described the World Congress as a sham, adding that the new delegates forms released by the National Secretariat through the committee and the state chapter were not given to members perceived as not loyal to the Minister of Transportation.
A federal high court sitting in Abuja has adjourned till the 20th of October 2022 the hearing on the suit filed by the coalition of northern groups seeking a referendum to determine the fate of Biafra and other self-determination agitations. Justice Inyang Eko, who presided over the matter, granted all motions to allow interested parties to be joined in the suit to enable the country to conduct a referendum. The report.
The Federal High Court sitting in Abuja has granted all joint application filed by the Igbo nation to join in the suit seeking a referendum for the independent state of Biafra.
You can see the courts in its magnanimity granted all the motion for joinder, and we are now properly joined. The Igbo nation is now properly joined in this matter. My prayers is that there should be that they should allow this the citizens of this country, the nationality of this country, to conduct a referendum to determine whether they will continue to remain in this country as one entity, or whether they will go their separate ways.
Certainly, we ought not to oppose the application because all the parties that are seeking to be joined are almost saying the same thing our client are asking for. What the plaintiff are asking for in the first place is an opportunity for all Nigerians to be given the chance to decide whether they want to stay in Nigeria or not. It's their right. People should be given this opportunity to decide for themselves whether they still want to remain in the Federal Republic of Nigeria or not.
Counsel representing the Ijaw Nation, Temidie Peter Great, who also addressed journalists, noted that it would be joining the suit as defendants.
Upon getting wind of these suits pending in this honorable court, we, the Ijaw Nation, represented by the Ijaw National Congress, filed an application to join as co-defendants in the suit. Because the Ijaw Nation is not and has never been and can never be part of the Biafran Republic. If there is any republic we should have or are entitled to is the Ijaw Republic and not Biafran Republic. So we need to be joined to assert our territories that have been forcefully incorporated into the Biafran map. Yes, our interests are similar, but we are saying that we are independent of Biafra.
The coalition of northern groups who filed the original suit called on the National Assembly to, as a matter of urgency, conduct a referendum to determine the geographical entity which makes up Nigeria. The case was, however, adjourned till the 20th of October 2022.
Still on court matters, a Lagos High Court on Friday has sentenced the Danish national Peter Nielsen to death by hanging for killing his Nigerian wife and daughter. The judge, Bolanle Okikio Louis Gile, convicted the 54-year-old on 2 counts of murder brought against him by the Lagos state government. The judge sentenced Nielsen to death by hanging on both counts. The Dane was charged with the death of his wife and singer, Zainab, and their 3-year-old daughter, Petra. The Lagos state government accused him of suffocating his wife and child to death at 3:45 a.m. at their flat in Banana Island, Lagos State. Nielsen was arraigned on June 13, 2018, where he pleaded not guilty to the 2-count charge of murder, contrary to Section 223 of the Criminal Law of Lagos State, 2015.
Of course, justice has been served, and I'm so happy today. After 4 years, the justice has been served. I thought people are talking about judiciary. Some of them are corrupt. But for what I see today, I believe in the Nigerian judiciary. They have done their best. They've shown to the world that Nigeria also can withstand any case. He has been beaten her before. He came down to Abuja as an African person, as a Nigerian. When the parents, if your daughter, giving your daughter out for marriage, when you have issue with the husband, it's left for the parent to settle between the dispute between two of them. That's what we did. We tried to settle them. We never knew we were sending our daughter to the death. Put it in my testimony in the court that they have come to Abuja so many times and we have settled them so that she will go back to her husband. We don't want a situation where maybe you are married, later we say you are divorced. You know, we don't want that. So that's why we never knew our daughter is gone forever.
Justice has been served. After 4 years and 42 days, thinking again that since Zainab and Petra lie still and cold in the mortuary after 4 years, after being killed by the husband and the father, husband of Zainab and father of Petra, the only soothing balm really is victory for us, victory for the rule of law. And this will serve as a deterrent. It will help to deter others that no matter how highly placed anyone is, the law is no respecter of person.
Moving to business. After reaching a truce with stakeholders, Nigerian Customs Service on Thursday finally rolled out its reviewed Vehicle Identity Number Automotive Valuation System. The valuation policy for imported automobiles was suspended in March 2022. However, the Comptroller of Valuation of NCS, Anthony Udenze, is insisting that this time around it cannot be reversed. Abbas Ibrahim Dalibi reports.
The first launch of the Vehicle Identity Number Automotive Valuation System was greeted with outrage. The Nigerian Customs Service had to go back to the drawing board, engaging stakeholders, arriving at a review template. The NCS is confident that this time around, the new system will benefit stakeholders, which include freight forwarders and clearing agents across land and sea borders around Nigeria. At the unveiling of the new vehicle identity number in Apapa on Thursday, the controller, Apapa Area Command of the Nigerian Customs Service, Comptroller Ibrahim Malanta Yusuf, revealed the benefits of the automotive system. This includes promoting the ease of doing business, facilitating legitimate trade, and eliminating harassment on the highways by Customs Strike Force team.
The service is now going to be digitalized through the automation of bin value and all other custom procedures. And that's not enough. We also carry our stakeholders along to ensure that we share our vision together. And the vision of today is to make sure that bin valuation is being automated and deployed immediately after their acceptance.
Also speaking, Controller Valuation, Customs Headquarters, Controller Anthony Odeze said the custom had reviewed the earlier system that triggered outcry from importers, adding that it had put a human face to the values.
What we have done today is to demonstrate what we expect the various agents to see as value while making declaration. We have applied the appropriate linear depreciations on values and have arrived at something values that are acceptable. The essence of this is for unification of values. But prior to now, every command uses this different value base.
Some of the stakeholders give feedback of the meeting.
The bin valuation, the way it was before, has been reformed. At least this issue of depreciation value has been taken care of.
This is a welcome development. It will increase our revenue to the country. It will also reduce security threats. It will also enhance custom performances generally.
The relaunched vehicle identification number valuation will kick off from May 20th, 2022. Abbas Ibrahim Alibi, Trust TV, Lagos.
On the foreign scene, Russia on Saturday stopped providing natural gas to neighboring Finland, which has angered Moscow by applying for NATO membership after the Nordic country refused to pay supplier Gazprom in rubles. Following Russia's February 24 invasion of Ukraine, Moscow has asked clients from what it called unfriendly countries, including EU member states, to pay for gas in rubles, a way to sidestep Western financial sanctions against its central bank. Gazprom said in a statement Saturday that it had completely stopped gas deliveries as it had not received ruble payments from Finland's state-owned energy company Gasum by the end of working day on May 20th. It said it had supplied 1.49 billion cubic meters of natural gas to Finland in 2021, equal to about 2/3 of the country's gas consumption. And with that, we've come to the end of Trust News Update. Don't forget to follow us across all our social media platforms. I'm Darshan Husseina Usman. Thanks for watching.